See, dear students, today we start lesson number 4. Okay, that is moving charge and magnetism. Okay, now see, we discussed last time that stationary charge produces electric field. See that we have studied in the lesson number 1 and 2, that is a static electricity. Now, electric charge in motion produces electric current. Okay, electric charge in motion produces electric current. See that we have seen in lesson number 3. Now, see, you studied regarding this in the 10th standard also. You had some basic idea. Whenever electric current passes through conductor, magnetic field is produced. Okay, whenever current passes through a conductor, magnetic field is produced. Now this is nothing but Oersted observation. Okay, now see the basic principle you studied in the 10th standard. See, suppose there is a conductor. See, we connect with a battery and a switch like this. Now let us say okay, initially the switch is open. Now this is a conductor. Now we place a magnetic needle nearby it. Now when switch is closed, current flows to the conductor. In that case, the needle shows deflection. Okay. Now this was suggested by Oersted that whenever current passes through conductor, magnetic field is produced around it. Now when the direction of the current is reversed, again the circuit is like this. S is a switch and battery is like this. Okay, when switch is closed, see the direction of the current is reversed. See the needle show deflection in the opposite direction. Okay, this is nothing but Oersted observation that whenever a current passes through a conductor, magnetic field is produced around it. But this did not talk anything regarding the magnitude or value of the magnetic field. So that was first shown by scientist Biot-Savart. Okay, that is, they give the mathematical explanation, okay, regarding the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor. Okay, now that is the most basic idea. Okay, or we can say the first principle by using which we can obtain the value of the magnetic field. Now for that they give the concept of IDL, that is the current element. Now let us say, see a conductor is like this, current is I. Okay. Now suppose we consider a small part of length dl, then I into dl is called the current element. Now due to this current element, suppose we have to find out magnetic field at point P, which has a position vector of r. Okay, R is a position vector. Now, in the 11th standard, we studied about the unit vector. Okay, the unit vector is r caret is r upon r. Okay, see that is a magnetic field. Sorry, that is a position vector. R is a position vector, and r caret is the unit vector. Okay, so IDL is the current element. R is a position vector. R caret is a unit vector. Now, see, due to this current element IDL, see the magnetic field is, let us say, dB. See, in first and second lesson we talked about E as a electric field. Now in lesson number 4 and 5, where we are going to study magnetic field or a magnetic field effect in extensively, B is a symbol of magnetic. Okay, so see, this is a, we can say, very long conductor. Okay, IDL is the current element. P is a position vector from this current element, which has a position vector of R. Okay, and R caret is a unit vector, okay, in the direction of R. See, the magnetic field at point P, which has position vector R, is given by dB is mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL cross R upon R. Okay, dB is a magnetic field due to current element IDL. Mu 0 is a permeability. Now in the first lesson and second lesson we talked about permittivity. See, the word permittivity has to do with the electrical properties of a vacuum or medium. Here mu 0 is called the permeability. See, the word permittivity has to do with the electrical properties, and the word permeability has to do with the magnetic property. That is, mu 0 is the permeability of vacuum, value is 4 pi into 10⁻⁷ Newton upon ampere square. Okay. Now see, the more regarding the unit and dimension, we'll see later on. So here dB is the current element. Mu is given by mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL cross R caret upon R square. Now see, the R caret is nothing but a unit vector, that is R upon R. So we can write dB is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL. Now what we can see in the denominator, R square into R will make R cube. Okay, so okay, so we can write dB is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL R upon R2. Okay, now see, recall the property of the vector product, that is A cross B. Okay, that is A cross B is AB sin theta. Okay, so here also dB is mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL R sin theta upon R2. Okay, see, one of the R will vanish. Okay, mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL sin theta upon R square. Now this is a magnetic field. Okay, due to small part IDL, that is a current element. Now suppose we have to find out magnetic field due to the whole current distribution, then it can be obtained by integration. So we can write like this. See, the total magnetic field current distribution can be obtained by integration. So we can write dV, V is integration dV, that is because of the total current distribution mu 0 upon 4 pi IdL cross R upon RT. Okay, now this mu 0 upon 4 pi is constant that we can take outside. So V is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi IdL. So you can write in terms of unit vector also that we used previously. See, both have the same unit. So this is regarding the magnetic field due to a small part IdL, and then by taking the integration we obtain the magnetic field due to entire current arrangement. Okay, now see, the magnetic field is a vector quantity. Okay, magnetic field okay, so it has both magnitude and direction. See, the direction is given by direction of magnetic field is given by right hand screw rule. Okay, so it will be in a direction perpendicular to plane from IdL and R. That is a property of the vector product, you studied earlier. Now here, see the right hand screw rule. See, the thumb shows the direction of the current. Okay, now the right hand screw we have studied that. See, here IdL is the current element. Okay, thumb shows the direction of the current, then the finger wrapping shows the direction of the magnetic field. So here at a point P, what we can see here, see the finger is whirled in the downward inside direction. So here magnetic field is going inside the plane. Okay, so the direction of the magnetic field is given by the right hand screw rule. See here, see the cross shows the magnetic field is going inside the plane, and see the same position vector. If I have a outside on the left hand side, then it will be reverse. Okay, dot. Okay, so it is represented by a dot like this. Okay, these are the convention we will be using this lesson number 4 and 5. So we to be familiar with this. So the magnetic field is coming out of. Okay, now whenever it is represented by a cross, it is going inside the plane, and whenever it is going represented as dot, it is coming outside the plane. So this is about the Biot-Savart law. See, the magnetic field is a vector quantity, okay, and the direction is given by the right hand screw rule. Now see, the magnetic field due to current element is given as mu 0 upon 4 pi IdL cross R upon R cube, or we can write mu 0 upon 4 pi IdL cross R carried upon R square. See, we have seen the terminology associated with this. Now, see, we have talked of the direction of the magnetic field. Now, because it is a new quantity to us, we should know about its unit and dimension. Okay, now these are the equation which I am writing here, will be deriving at some point of the time later in the theory. But right now, to be familiar, I am writing this. See, the force formula is BIL. Okay, see, that is a force acting on a current carrying conductor. Okay, force acting on current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field is given as. See, right now we took only the magnitude part. So why? Because the force also is a vector quantity. So the force is given as F is equal to BIL. So B is equal to I upon A. So from this we can write unit and dimension easily. Now force unit B is equal to F upon IL. F is equal to BIL. B make the subject of the equation. That will be F upon IL. That is Newton upon ampere meter. Now Newton dimension we are knowing. Ampere is E1. Meter is L1. So that will make M1 L0 E minus 2 E minus 1. Yeah. This is the first thing. First equation by which we can remember. Later on we will study that the force acting on a charge moving in magnetic field. Okay. Right now only I write only the magnitude part, so that will be easy for us. So F is equal to QV, that we are going to prove in the subsequent topics. Here V is force upon, okay, force is in Newton. Okay, B is F upon QV, Newton, charge is in Coulomb, and velocity in meter per second. Okay, okay, so B is equal to F upon QV, force is in Newton, charge is in Coulomb, velocity in meter per second. Okay, now this is the another form of F is equal to BIL also. Why? Because see, Coulomb is Q is equal to IT, that is ampere second. Okay, so if I write Newton upon ampere second into meter per second, okay, second will get cancelled, or we can write as Newton on ampere meter. You can see the same thing we have written here, so it will have the same dimension, M1 L0 T minus 2. So this is how we can remember unit and dimension of magnetic field easily. Why? This can be asked in MCQ. Now, so the first unit we talked about Newton upon ampere meter. Another unit is Weber per meter square, that we'll discuss later on, and the third unit is Tesla. Here we have another unit also, Gauss. 1 Gauss is 10 to minus 4 Tesla. Okay, these are the unit we are going to use extensively in the lesson number 4 and 5. That's why we should be familiar. So the first unit we talked is Newton upon ampere meter. Another unit is Weber per meter square, and the third unit is Tesla. So this is how we can know about the unit and dimension of magnetic field. Now see, regarding the direction of the magnetic field, you studied in the 10th standard also. Okay, you studied an experiment like this. See, there is a cardboard and a hole is there, see, connected with a battery and a key. Okay, now see, initially the key is open. Okay, when the circuit is completed, see, the current will flow and magnetic field will be produced. Now see, suppose there is a cardboard and you sprinkle iron powder, see, it will be arranged in a circular lines like this. Okay, so this is how you studied regarding the magnetic field of a current carrying conductor. See, the formula part we are going to derive in the subsequent topics, but this is how we can have the idea of the magnetic field. Okay, field lines. See, the magnetic field is represented in terms of the magnetic field lines, okay, in the given region. Now, by using the first principle, okay, we are going to derive, the value of the magnetic field, okay, or the magnitude of the magnetic field due to current carrying circular ring. See, this is a very important question, can be asked in a 2 mark or 3 mark question. So there is a magnetic field due to current carrying okay. Now the question can be asked like this also. See, the derived equation of magnetic field at any point on axis of current carrying circular. Okay, we have to derive the value of the magnetic field at any point on the axis of the circular ring, or from that we can derive the value of the magnetic field at center of current carrying. Okay, now one by one we will proceed further, and if there are more than 1 turns, right now we are talking of only 1 turn in a circular ring. See, we can extend for n number of coil which have n number of turns. Now see, this is a current carrying circular ring. Okay, let us say current value is I. Now see, the line passing through the center is called the axis of the ring. So this line passes in the center is called the axis. Okay, now let us say radius of ring is R. Let current in the ring is I. Okay, now see, by Biot-Savart law, see, IDL is the current element. Okay, IDL is the current element. Now let us say IDL. Okay, is the, now let us say P is a point on the axis of the, P is point on okay. Now see, from point P we have a position vector R. Okay, let us say AP is R. Now see, we are familiar, from a point outside the circle will be always tangential. Okay, it will be always tangential like this. Now see, O is the center of the ring. Now see, from this, if I join point A, let us say this angle is phi. Okay, now see, the magnetic field at point P, which has a position vector R due to current element B dB, let magnetic field at point P due to current element IDL dB. Okay, dB is mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL. Okay, now what we can see from the diagram, that IDL is perpendicular to R. IDL is perpendicular to R. That is the angle between IDL and R is 90 degrees. Why? Because see, from any point outside the circle, see, the point will be a tangent. Okay, so now here angle between IDL and R is 90 degrees. So we call the property of A cross B is AB sin theta. So here theta is 90 degrees. So dB, if I write the magnitude, dB is mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL R sin 90 upon R. See, what we can see here, this R will get cancelled, sin 90 is 1. So mu 0 upon 4 pi IDL upon R square. Okay, now see, the magnetic field is a vector quantity. Magnetic field is a vector quantity, so it will be perpendicular to plane form IDL and R. So see, here this dB will be perpendicular to plane form by IDL and R. Now see, from the geometry of the figure, see, here it is 90 degrees, this is 5, so this will be 90 minus 5. Okay, now see, these three angles forms linear pair. Okay, So sum of the angles will be 180. Now this is 90, this is 90 minus 5. Naturally this angle also will be 5. Now as I told, see the magnetic field is a vector quantity. Okay? So there are two components. There are two components of dB. One is a dB cos phi. Now, see by the definition of vector, dB cos phi will be in x-axis. Okay. Now suppose the current element is here. Suppose the current element is here. Okay. Then see by the same reasoning, magnetic field also will be here. Okay. And angle also would have become phi. Only it had two components, dB cos phi and dB sin. Okay. Now this will be the case for all the points on the circular ring. So for each and every, we can say for every current element ideal, okay, dB cos phi will be in same direction. What we can see from the diagram, see the dB sin phi will be in opposite direction. Okay, dB sin phi in opposite direction, hence cancel. Okay, now see as a convention, see the axis is a line passing through the center, that we have consider x-axis here. So see we will have dBx will be dB cos phi. Okay. Now dB is mu0 upon 4 pi IDL upon r square. Now see cos phi from the geometry of the figure. Okay. Now here r is a radius. Okay. And AP is r that we have discussed. So from the geometry cos phi r upon r. Cos phi is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Why? This is 90 degrees. So cos phi is r upon r. Okay. So that will become mu0 IDL r upon 4 pi r cube. Okay. Now let us say, see this OP is the distance on the axis. OP we take as x. Okay. Now see the component of the magnetic field due to current element IDL is dBx is dB cos phi mu0 upon 4 pi IDL upon r square. See the cos phi is r upon r, that is from the geometry of the figure. So this has become mu0 IDL r upon 4 pi r square into r is r. Now this is a magnetic field due to current element IDL. Now see the total magnetic field due to entire current carrying circular ring can be obtained by integration. Now we have studied earlier, whenever there is a, we have to add some components there due to continuous distribution, we go for integration. So what will be our dx? See that is a magnetic field in x direction will be integration mu0 upon 4 pi IDL r upon r2. Now what we can see here, mu0 upon 4 pi is constant, capital R that is a radius, of the ring is constant, I is also constant, r is a distance that is also fixed. Now here it is integration dl. Okay, so that we can write as dx is mu 0 I r upon 4 pi integration dl. Okay, now we write integration. See, this symbol shows that integration is over closed path. Okay, now we know circle is a closed path. Now see here, integration dl is nothing but circumference of ring, that is r is the radius, so circumference will be 2 pi. So dx we can write as mu 0 upon 4 pi I r. Okay, and integration dl we have obtained is 2 pi r. Okay, now next we have to simplify. Okay, we have obtained the value of the integration. So next we have to substitute the value, simplify the equation. Now what we can see here, 2 pi into 2 is cancelled. See, one r is left. Okay, okay, here 2 pi into 2. So how the equation has panned out? Mu 0 I, this r and r will make r square 2r cube. Okay, now dx is mu 0 I r square upon 2r cube. Now see here r. See, from the geometry of the figure, this is capital R, this is a distance r, and this. So we see this is a right angle triangle. R is equal to under root r square plus x square. This r square plus x square raised to 1 by 2. So r cube is r square plus x square raised to 3 by 2. Okay, now that value we substitute here. So our equation will become dx is mu 0 I r square, okay, 2 r square plus x square raised to 3 by 2. See, this is the formula of the magnetic field at any point on the axis of a current carrying circular ring. Now suppose there are n number of turns. If there are n number of turns, then equation will become dx is mu 0 n I r square upon 2 r square plus x square. Now this is a magnetic field due to current carrying coil of n number of turns. That is a magnetic field at any point on the axis of current carrying circular coil. Now see, suppose we have to find out magnetic field at the center of the ring. Let us say P point is shifted to here. So in that case, this x will become 0. So next we can write equation for magnetic field at the center of the ring. See, at center of ring, see, we use the same equation, x is equal to 0. So dx center mu 0 I r square 2. Here x has become 0. Now we simplify. See, r square raised to 3 by 2 will become r cube mu 0 I r square upon 2r cube. Okay, now see, this r square and r cube is, so only one r is left in the denominator. So at the center of the ring, okay, now see, if there are n turns, then it will become okay. Now for a coil with the n number of turns, see, the magnetic field will be mu 0 n I upon 2r. Now see the next equation, when x is very large compared to a. Okay, x is very large compared to r. So here r will become 0 and x will be there. So it will be b axis will be mu 0 I r square upon 2x cube, or simply mu 0 n I r square upon 2x. Okay. So these are the set of the equation for a coil with the circular ring, that is n is 1, and this we can write for n number of turns. So very important question, can be asked in a 2 mark or 3 mark question. So this is the formula which we have derived for the magnetic field at any point on the axis of the ring or a circular ring or center of the circle. Now we take some example. Let us say, see an electron revolving around nucleus, revolving on a circular path of radius 10 meter with speed okay. Now find out magnetic field at center. Okay. Now this is an hypothetical sum I am taking for you. So now we can have to first find out the current. Okay. Now see the electrons revolve in the circular path. Okay. Now V is equal to 2 pi r upon t. See T is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Now see the current is I is E upon T. Okay. Now current is like this. Now see the magnetic field at the center, formula B is equal to mu 0 I upon 2 R. We can take smaller also, there is no question. So now mu 0 upon 2 R EV upon 2 pi R. Okay. Now mu 0 value is known to us. Mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 to minus 7. Okay. We can have a generalized formula. Okay. Now see here. Okay. Now we can substitute the value of mu 0 4 pi okay. Now see 2 pi into 2 4 pi is cancelled. Okay. Now 10 to minus 7 EV upon R square. Okay. Now we can substitute the values 10 to minus 7 E charge of the electron, V is 10 to 7, R is 10 to. Okay. Now by substituting the values you can obtain the value of the magnetic field at the center. So this is how we can use the equation we derived in MCQ or numerical. Now one more question. Okay, one more question that I have to discuss is at what distance. This is sometimes asked in the competitive also. See, this is the axis of the ring. See at center, V is mu 0 I upon 2. Axis mu 0 I R square. Okay, what we see here, that the denominator part is larger. Okay, denominator part is larger, so here the magnetic field is less. Now see our question: at what distance on axis of the ring? Okay, let us say R is the radius. Okay, magnetic field will be 1 upon 8 times that on center of the ring. See, here our answer will be in terms of capital R only, no value part. Okay, so here we have to use these two formula. See what we are given, that at what distance on the axis of the ring, see the magnetic field is 1 upon 8 times that on the center. So what we use here, B axis is 1 upon 8 D center. Why I am taking this sum? By because both formula are used simultaneously, that is mu 0 I r square upon 2 r square plus x square raised to 3 by 2 is 1 upon 8 times. See the formula for the center we are using mu 0 I. Now we have to simplify. Okay? Now here we have used both the formula. There is a magnetic field on axis is 1 upon 8 times that on the center. Now we have to simplify this. See mu 0 is cancelled. I also is cancelled. 2 is also cancelled. Now what is left now here? Okay. Now we simplify 8r into r square is 8r cube is r square plus x square is to 3. Now see this 8r is a perfect cube of 2r. Okay. 8r is a perfect cube of 2r. So we can write 2r cube is r square plus x square is to 3. Now we want distance x in terms of r. So what we should do? We should remove this 3 by 2 power. So we take power with the reciprocal. Here it will be 2 by 3. Why? We are taking reciprocal here. So this 3 by 2 power is cancelled. So same thing will be do on the both sides. Okay. So what is left here? 2r square is r square plus x square. 4r square is r square. Okay, so at x is equal to 3r, sorry, root 3r, see the magnetic field will be 1 upon 8 times. When magnetic field at axis will be 1 upon 8 times that on the center of the ring. So this is what we have done today. We started, we saw that here stationary charge produces electric field. Here charge in moving in one direction, or we studied in the lesson number 3, whenever there is a unidirectional flow of the charge, current is produced. And in this lesson we have to study the magnetic effect, that is whenever a current passes through the conductor, magnetic field is produced around it. That is Oersted observation. And we saw the bias outlaw, that is the first principle. Okay, and by using this we have derived the formula or equation for magnetic field at any point on the axis of a circular ring. See, the rest will take next time. Thank you.